I guess you could call this video a sequel in the shitting on certain characters from Devil May Cry games series I got on my channel, but V is fucking ass, dog. Let's just skip all the bullshit. From the first time I played V, I instantly noticed how different he was to Dante, Nero, and Virgil. Even just characters from other Devil May Cry games like Lady and Trish. Gone were the dozens of different moves and abilities you have with Nero. Gone were the fast-paced, on-the-fly switching of swords, guns, and techniques with Dante. Now all you have is a pigeon and a tiger. Oh yeah, I can't forget the fucking humongousaur looking nigga in the background. Like, story-wise, V is actually a very interesting and cool character. Well, okay, I don't know if I'd actually describe him as cool, but he's definitely an intriguing guy. Heavy spoiler alert, but the way V is just the human side of Virgil is so cool and it's such an interesting concept, but gameplay-wise it just doesn't hit the same. His primary weapons, I guess, are this bird Griffin, this panther Shadow, and this thing Nightmare. So Griffin is basically a ranged weapon. It has a basic shooting combo, but also has some projectiles you can trigger by holding certain buttons, pressing buttons in sequences, or making movements with V while locked onto a target. And the same goes for Shadow, but instead he's your melee weapon. You slash, you scratch, shit, sometimes you even dash. Bars! Like I said before, holding down buttons, pressing them in sequences, or making certain movements when V is locked onto a target all do different moves. And last but not least is Nightmare, and this guy, he's probably the only fun part of V's character. It's essentially just a big mass of destruction, fucking explosive laser beams, gigantic haymakers, bombs. That's what Nightmare is. Now, one thing I actually never noticed until making the script for this video is that V's familiars sort of mimic Nero and Dante, just very poorly. I mean, like, really stop and think about it. Shadow is the sword, Griffin is the gun, and Nightmare is just V's version of the Devil Trigger. But the problem is that they're not weapons and they don't play like they're weapons either. They're animals you're controlling with the character that you're controlling, and that's what it plays like. And that plays like ass. V is a puppet master character, but his attacks and abilities with his familiars just feel so unsatisfying and disconnected. Let me tell you what it feels like. It feels like you're telling a panther to attack a demon, rather than it just feeling like a panther attacking a demon. The way the control scheme works with Griffin and Shadow both attacking at the same time, it's just goofy and doesn't work. And it makes trying to create combos with V near impossible. It just feels weird. Like, sometimes it feels like the only way this could work is if I had a third arm. Also, yeah, I know I said that Griffin and Shadow specifically mirror Nero and Dante's weapons, but fuck, they are nowhere near them in ease of use or just being designed not ass. I wish his controls were just tighter and less, I guess, out of body, because even gameplay wise it is a cool concept, but it was just performed very badly. Like, even now, after playing the game through its fucking entirety and looking back on it, I feel like his character still could work if you just tweaked him a little bit. Like, Griffin's main problem is that trying to use his abilities and attacks while also attacking with Shadow is just too uncomfortable. It requires a level of multitasking and micromanaging that, like, it doesn't work on an Xbox 360 controller. Or fuck, Xbox One controller, I'm dumb. But with Shadow, it's just so much worse. With Shadow, there's the whole new problem of him having melee attacks and moving around the battlefield. Oh, by the way, did I mention that there isn't a specified way to move Shadow? Like, you actually don't really get to control him. You control his attacks, but you don't control his movement, and with a melee character, that matters a lot. Like, a lot of the time it feels like he just has a mind of his own, and it's annoying as hell. But, Nightmare's cool, though. Yeah, he's pretty fucking fun. Like, Nightmare is genuinely probably just the best part of V's character. He's not hard to use, he's not a fucking pain in the ass to maneuver, he's just fun. And listen to this, the main reason for that is that you're able to jump on his back and manually control him, not this fucking dumb puppeteer shit that you do with Griffin and Shadow. The fact that it's kind of mandatory and you just have to play as V throughout the game is kind of annoying, but it's not like I hate playing as him. Like, yeah, hear me out, I don't hate playing V, but when you have Dante and Nero in your game, who are two very fun and well-rounded characters, all it does is point out V's imperfections. But you know what I'm saying, it's not as fucking egregious as Dante is in DMC 4, where the game is it just doesn't fit him. It affects his gameplay very negatively, like really badly. Like, go watch that video if you haven't, but Dante sucks ass in that game. Yeah, V is nowhere near as bad as that. The level design and enemy placement in this game is tailor-made for V, which makes it a lot more playable. But overall, gameplay-wise, V just underperforms compared to Dante and Nero, and he is so finicky to use. Like, with some of his attacks and abilities, it was genuinely a challenge trying to do them just because of how weird his character moves and just works. Let me break it down. V's segments of the game are kind of enjoyable at best, but at the fucking, not even at the worst, normally it's really fucking annoying. And it's what I consider the only bad part of an almost perfect game, that game being Devil May Cry 5. So I guess if you want to take something away from this video, still a great fucking game, but just play through it as Virgil so you don't have to play as V. Yeah, that Virgil's the best character in the franchise? Yeah, alright, see you guys later. Yo, guess whose fucking microphone has AIDS? Yeah, anyway. Yo, long DMC video coming soon, like, I don't know, 14, 10, 15, 23 minutes. Is that long? I don't fucking know. This was like a little preview for it. It was like a little bit of me talking about DMC5, see how you guys fuck with it. Go play DMC5 if you haven't already. At the very least, go download a fucking free demo of it. It's literally one of my favorite games of all time. Bad audio quality about like halfway through. I don't feel like explaining it, but yeah, as always, this was Jugo Young, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.